I've been so alone ever since I left the tribe. That's just how it goes, cause I like the lonely vibe.
Yo, what is up guys, SurgicalGoblin here and welcome to this new episode. In today's video I'm going to do a Q&A. As you guys can see in the title, I posted a tweet asking if you guys would like to see a Q&A, and many positive reactions, many questions already. So I decided to record it. I just recorded the Goblin video, but for you guys that's 2 days ago. But I will be leaving to the Netherlands soon again. I'm still in Spain. You guys can see that from the background, of course. But I also have the funeral, I'm not sure if I pronounced it well, for my grandmother, as I said in my 2 videos ago, for you guys 2 videos ago, for me previous, because I didn't upload the column yet, I just recorded it. But that's why I'm recording some videos right now, so I'm not having the, I would not say stress, but not having the worry to record videos while I'm traveling and when I have the funeral. But let's get into this episode. So the Q&A, I got like 300 questions by the way on Twitter, which is insane. But I only picked 21 questions just to make it not a super long video. I think like around 12-15 minutes video for Q&A is perfect. But let's hop into the questions. So the first question is from Danny, and he's asking, how old are you? Right now I'm 17 years old and I will turn 15 December this year. The second question is from Andrew, and he is asking, what would you like to see in future updates in Clash Royale? So that's an interesting question, because when I was noting down the questions I was thinking about it, and I would love to see more competitive play into the game. So maybe like a bracket tournament, or improving the in-game tournaments again like it used to be, the 15k tournaments. I'm not sure if you guys were there back then, but like the 15k tournaments used to be like really competitive. I actually used to learn a lot from them, like all the players were watching. I think the last few games, like in the 15k, the top players always like around 1000 spectators, and that was just amazing. Like also good practice, and just like overall it was really cool. So I would definitely love to see something like that. And other than that, like updates, maybe some challenges or something. But definitely something competitive, because yeah, as you guys know, I'm a competitive player, and I think it would do well for like the esports as well for Clash Royale. So the next question is from Chef Strobel, and he's asking, did you ever thought you would become famous and successful on YouTube/CR? So I was thinking about it earlier, like when I was when I was noting down the question, I was thinking about it. But I think something like this, like being successful, because right now 200,000 subs on YouTube and we're still growing, which is absolutely insane. I think you could not like expect something like this. Same for the tournaments, like the live events. I think you could not have like any expectations. Like of course, you know if you're ready for something, or you can see if you do well in something. But I would not like be able to say, okay, I will win this tournament, or okay, I will grow that much on YouTube. So I think it's just like random, I guess, or natural. I'm not sure how to say that, but I definitely didn't expect it. Next question by Rage Fury. If your name is SurgicalGoblin, why don't you use goblins in every single deck? And to be honest, I actually do use goblins in almost all my decks. I think not in all my decks, maybe 3 or 4 out of the 5. Just because they are right now, like the step goblins, I mean, right now are super good versus like graveyard and some other stuff, Hawk Rider and whatever. So I actually do use goblins a lot. Like they used to be, I would not say useless, but they didn't used to be that good. But right now in the meta you see them a lot, so I do use them a lot. The next question is from Fair from Giants, and he's asking, how do you always win mind games? So that's a good question, because I would not say I always win mind games. Of course I try to get into my opponent's mind, or try to play mind games during the game or outside of the game with like picking decks, etc. But I would not say I always win, because sometimes you just like get it wrong, because sometimes it's just a guess. Like you expect him to use something, maybe he expects you to use something, so maybe you play a little bit of mind games, but you could always be wrong. So I would not say I'm always right with the mind games. The next question from Alkama, a French player. He says, or he asks, how do you feel before playing on a stage? I'm always very stressed, but you look so relaxed. So to be honest, I'm also like really nervous, especially if it's like a big match, like for example CCGS, like the finals, when I lost 3-0 versus Nem Sensei. And then I had to play, like I knew I had to win or I would lose, and of course you want to win. So of course I'm really nervous then, but I think I just don't show it too much, I guess. But I'm definitely nervous as well, and I'm not sure how you would be able to fix it. Maybe just think about some other stuff, or when you know you're ready, just think like, I will do my best. If not, if I win, I win. If I don't, I don't. But of course you want to win, so I'm not sure about that. The next question, Prince Lucky. What was your main hobby before Clash Royale? So when I was young, I used to play badminton, also really competitive at a high level. But a few years ago, I also used to play table tennis and of course going to school, like high school. And I finished high school, I passed my exams. Most of you guys probably know that as well, I mentioned it in some videos. But I will study economics at the end of August, my study will start, so I will study economics then. Next question from Andy. Do you think without changing the rock, paper, scissors meta, the competitive meta, or the competitive scene I guess, has a bright future? I think yes, because I've seen a lot of decks which do really well versus like the current 3 Mask Heal decks, because 3 Mask Heal is actually quite expensive, so you've seen a lot of like Princess Cycle decks with Graveyard, and many other like poison decks, but even just Fireball Zap, and I would definitely see, or I would definitely say like the meta is not improving, like it's still pretty matchup reliable, but I would definitely see, like I definitely see a bright future in the competitive scene, especially if Supercell makes some changes to, for example, the Night Witch and the heal spell as well. Next question by Z Randy. What was your favorite deck in the entire CR history so far? I don't know exactly, just because I play so many decks and I have so many decks I like, but I think the deck like which reminds me like of some players like when they got to know me is Minor Rocket, because I played it in both ESWC, ESWC Winter and my first ESWC, and in those metas it was really good. Right now I would not suggest to play it, or I don't play it anymore. But back then, like people, it was really new. No one knew the deck, especially the first ESWC when I got second. Like no one knew how to counter it, and I sort of got my name because of that deck. So I would definitely say Minor Rocket. The next question by Rams. How many times do you train a week, and do you do it every day, and how do you train? So how many times do you train a week? I'm definitely playing, like I definitely play every day. I'm not sure if I train every day, just because I guess just playing like in a Grand Challenge or friendly battles is sort of practicing. But when I really train, like when I really prepare for something, I often practice matchups. So for example, a counter matchup. Let's say I use Giant Poison versus 3 Mask Heal. I try to practice that not over and over, because sometimes that would get boring or you would get tilted. But just try to like practice matchups, I guess. Just try to find new decks sometimes. But I don't really have a specific schedule for training or something. Just if I feel like training, or if I have a tournament, like knowing that I would have to perform. The next question is by John. How much money did you spend in CR? So I'm not sure, like I didn't spend that much in the game. I think I spent like maybe $200 or $250, of course, like to buy gems and to play some grand challenges. Maybe even $300, which is quite a lot if you think about it. But if you look at how much I got from the game, it's compared to that, it's nothing. So I would say around $250, $300. The next question, Miguel. What do your parents think about your CR Pro life and YouTube? So my parents and my family, like overall my family is really supportive, which I'm really happy for. And what they think about it, I think they are happy for me that I have something which I'm good at, which I like. I mean, I get to travel a lot to California recently. Right now, like as I'm recording, I'm in Spain. And I think they're really happy for me, and I'm happy, as I said, like I'm happy that they're supportive. For example, my grandparents, they often watch my videos as well, even though they don't understand English that well. They just watch me to support me, so I think that's really cool, and as I said, I'm really happy for that. So the next question by Omani Gamer. He's asking, why did you start your YouTube channel? I think why, because I wanted to show people my gameplay, my decks, etc. And when, he didn't ask it, but just to tell you guys, when I started is when after ESWC, the first ESWC, when I got second, a lot of people like recognized me, as I just explained about the Minor Rocket deck. A lot of people were interested to see me play, like they asked for my Facebook, etc. So I decided to make a YouTube video, and I saw that it was doing really well. And from then I just like saw that it was growing. I started uploading consistently, and I just never stopped doing YouTube, just like Clash Royale, like still playing since the worldwide release. The next question is by Lucas. He's asking, what games did you play before CR? I used to play on PlayStation 3, different console. I used to play Black Ops 2 back then, like trick shooting actually. I actually had a really small YouTube channel with a team, like trick shot team, which was quite funny. And I used to play GTA 5 as well. And on my phone, like mobile game / tablet, I used to play Clash of Clans, quite competitive as well. Not too like big competitive. I was a town online with quite like small like baby heroes back then. But I did play quite competitive, and when like Clash Royale, I got into Clash Royale because of Clash of Clans as well. So Francisco is asking, there are mixed feelings of your BM during competitive play. What do you have to say about that? So to be honest, I don't have to say too much about it, just because like it's a game and the emotes are there to be used. Of course, like laughing or crying when you beat someone isn't always as respectful. But for example, what I do is thumbs up when someone tries to predict me and they can't, like I'm a step ahead of them. And sometimes I do overextend with the emotes, like that's a mistake of me, of course, and I often apologize. Like let's say I BM in competitive play, or I BM someone which I don't like too much. Of course I will apologize after that, but overall I would just say, like I said, it's a game and the emotes are there to be used, so I'm just trying to have fun. And other than that, I don't really have to say much about it. So the next question is from Face, and he's asking, when did you start playing Clash Royale and how did you discover it? So I already answered the question a little bit. I discovered it because of Clash of Clans and when since the worldwide release. The next question is by Dylan. Are there any tournaments you plan on to participate in the future, or like the near future, I guess? And yes, I do, because there will be ESWC Gamescom in Cologne. I think end August, so about when my studies start. I think I will participate in there because I got an invitation from ESWC, and of course like I'm automatically qualified for the fall season of CCGS because I won the spring season. So I will definitely, like I will definitely participate in that one, and I'm looking forward to those as well. Like I will definitely train and hopefully do my best, because so far all the live events I've been to and participated, I did super well. Actually, I won all of them except for my first one in ESWC, like 2016, the minor rocket one I was talking about. But other than that, I won all the live events, so it would be amazing if I could continue the streak, I guess. Next question, King Leo. What motivates you to keep playing the game, and what is your favorite aspect of the game? What motivates me? I would say the supporters, like you guys watching right now. My family supports me, and just like being able to do something like where you're good at, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm just like having fun. The fun aspect of the game is motivating me, but also the competitive aspect and especially strategy, because if you guys watch CSCGS, you guys could have seen a little compilation of me as well. And there I also showed like me playing Strategio, just because I used to play it with my father and my brother as well. So I definitely like the strategy aspect of the game as well a lot. The next question, Alex, where are you from? I'm from the Netherlands. That's an easy question, but that's the last question actually. I've been recording for 30 minutes right now, so not too long. Like I could have answered 300 questions, but I would have sit here talking for hours and hours. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, knowing a little bit more about me and my opinion about the game, I guess. And if you guys do have any questions, I try to answer on Twitter a lot, but also in the comment section. So definitely feel free to leave your question. But if you enjoyed this episode, smack that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed to my channel yet. And I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye!